Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Hunter Loves Voiceplay podcast. It has been way too long. I took a month off to reset and come back with a clean slate, and I think I have done just that. So, in this episode, we're going to be talking about cold. I live in Canada, so I've had my fair share of cold throughout my life. But what does voiceplay have to do with cold, you may ask? Well, we're going to be talking about Sleeping in the Cold Below. A song that is considered a space shanty, made all the more enjoyable with voiceplay's unique sound. So, let's get into this. I have been wanting to talk about it since it has been in my brain meat for some time. So I take those moments as, well, I should do a podcast episode on this one. So, here we go. So, Sleeping in the Cold Below was a song that I was not aware of its existence, and I did not know that this was from a game called Warframe, or that it was even a song. So I went ahead and I did some digging after voiceplay had already released their version of it, and with none other than Omar Cardona, who is the GOAT, as the kids say these days, the GOAT, greatest of all time, if you want to be more specific. Once I looked up the song, I was like, okay, there's a game for this, that's cool. And then I listened to the original, and I was like, why did people want voiceplay to do this? This song seems sort of lifeless, but that's just my opinion. But of course, how many instruments can one use in the cold of space? What is even air? What is... So many questions. All the questions aside, I was sort of bored with the original song. I don't know, it might just be me, but I was very pleased with the more upbeat take voiceplay took this song into. I had managed to put voiceplay's version into a very crappy music isolator, and I was immediately bamboozled by Lane's drums. Because just, how does he do it, you know? I mean, he always impresses me, just beyond measure. And the speed is a nice change of pace, thanks to Jeff for this one. It's a bit quicker and has more of a hard-hitter type of sound. Sort of like a battle-esque feel, like, yes, we're in space, we might die, but we're not going down easy type of vibe, which makes it all the more of an earworm for anyone's brain hole. Moving along, I am hearing Jeff's bass line, and it is super catchy. When is it not? Honestly, as well as his lead vocals to introduce us into what we got going on is perfect for the narrative. And if you put Lane and Jeff onto any arrangement, their bass and percussion is just like a perfect marriage to help keep the ball rolling, even if they irritate the hell out of each other. I mean, if you see the two of them together, like, they're masterminds at their craft, but they also have those days where it's just like, I hate you, but I love you, and I hate you, all at once. But it's not like directly forward hatred. It's just like, you just annoy the hell out of me. But anyways, moving on. So Omar is brought in within 20 seconds, which, you know, collaborator and all, he needs to have a fairly significant part in the song, which holds no flames to competing with Ellie for the high notes that Jeff put into this arrangement. Dang. Shout out to Rob Dietz, who added in the who into the mix. Oh my god, that just sounded so awful. He is listed as an additional arranger in this song, which is pretty cool. Rob is cool. You know, check out Rob Dietz. He's on Instagram, I think, so check him out. And I particularly love the harmonies out of Ellie, Caesar, and Omar, and Lane. Lane may be quiet, but he's there. For those of you who think he doesn't sing, he actually sings on all of the tracks. Mind-blowing, I know. It's always like, if you have those moments of like when he's brought more forward, it's like, ooh, that's a cute little, you know, treat, or whatever you want to say. I also love how Jeff took the flute chorus from the original and made it vocal. It adds another point to catchy earworm. And speaking of catchy earworm, there is no shortage of harmony from Caesar, Omar, and Ellie. It just blends so perfectly. And we're all caught off guard by Ellie's Below at around a minute and a half in. If you're watching the video at some point, go check that out. It's awesome. Like, it was just one of those moments that it's like, oh, you're like getting into the groove of things, and then all of a sudden it's like, there's Ellie, just, you know, throwing in a couple of rock tenor moments, and And what would this song be without a Jeff solo, right? Well, we got one. And it is assisted with harmony, and then we go into the bass below and are left with the question, what the heck type of space dust did Lane eat? I'm sure there is a name for the sound he makes there, but for right now, I'm just gonna go with robot alien hybrid. We get into the chorus again, which, if it isn't already stuck in your head by now, what are you listening to? I went back and I'm listening to each of them separately, and I am just amazed by how well Caesar and Omar's voices blend. Is there a certain blend happening there? Not a blend, but panning. I'm hearing Ellie in one ear and Omar and Caesar in the other. Cool beans. It's so fun. And sweet Jesus, we get into belting territory. And you can hear Lane in this particular part, which I love when his voice is brought more forward, like I said before. Once you get to about 2.5 minutes, hang on to whatever is fluffy, because if you're anything like me, your face will shrivel up into the worst look of stank face imaginable, with who carries the high notes to finish it off. So here's a guess for you. For those of you who haven't heard the song, and who don't know about voice play, who do you think out of these three people hits the highest note? Omar, Caesar, or Ellie? I'll give you a minute to think about it. Put your guesses in the comments below. Go for it. Go. Okay, so now that you've done that, not only do we have Omar and Caesar at a comfort spot, but all the high note credit goes to none other than our rock tenor god, Ellie Jacobson. For the longest time, I thought it was Omar, but nope, it was Ellie. It's always Ellie. I think Jeff might have just put his notes to Ellie, bro, send this into hyperdrive. And he does. Now let's get into the video here. From the BTS, it has been noted that Jeff went on a search for Japanese streetwear, and upon his search, he found all the helmets and masks used for each member, which I have no idea how he landed on that particular search, but whatever. It worked. Then we get into contacts. Jeff has stunning gold. Ellie has bluier blue. Caesar and Omar are flotsam jetsam, one white contact for the opposite eye, and Lane has pretty purple. And, I could probably just have seen each member either have different contacts, no matter what ones they chose, and there was no shortage of contact issues, as there always is, and a slight wardrobe malfunction. Turns out, there were shots throughout the video where Lane doesn't have his gloves on, followed by shots where he does have them on, which is hilarious watching it now, but at the moment when they're editing, they're like, oh my god, why? Like, what is going on here? Type of moment. But what can you do? Not much. I mean, these things happen, you know? They filmed on location at OptiView 360, which is an immersive multi-purpose venue that features a dynamic museum, 3D art, modern lounge, content creation set, and social events. So it's just a place for, like, creators just to come and, do what they want to do. It's very flashy, very bright, very, it's ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, if you're ever in Florida and you're looking for a place, maybe go there. Which I also think, budgetly speaking, was kind of a long shot for them at the beginning of the year when they did this video, considering it was released in February. And it underperformed on YouTube, which made me sad, because though I am not familiar with the game, I could say if they were looking for a remix of this particular song, they could use that one. Just saying. Well, I think that covers most of this song. Again, analyzing any of Voice Play's stuff, I always miss something key because their music is so intertwined. So many layers that my ears, let alone my brain, cannot keep up with. I get distracted very, very easily. So there you have it. Thank you all so much for listening. I know this has had you waiting, and I hope I came back strong, or I at least left you with something to ponder on and possibly go into sleeping in the cold below with a different perspective. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this episode. Please leave a like, a comment with what you want to see next. Please subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. See ya. If you've already left, haha for you, because I decided to do a double feature with this episode. Hooray! Wait, you're still here. You're amazing. We are continuing with VoicePlay's partnership with Warframe for Warframe's update of Warframe 1999 with VoicePlay's cover of Party of Your Lifetime, which is a song from the game, I guess. And from my knowledge, it's basically an end of the 90s era boy band who, something to do with Big Bites Pizza, and then something bad happens. The pizza was a lie. They become bionically infected and are mutated into God knows what. I'm not even gonna try to put my frickin' thoughts on what the hell they mutate into. But can you imagine? You're just enjoying pizza with your buddies and then suddenly your lights flicker and bam, you have parts growing out of you that you've never had before, but you're really good at dancing. I had been waiting for boy band play since they broke up 5 years ago in 2019 on my birthday of all days. I was very sad, only to never be explored again until this partnership. So huge thank you and shout out to Warframe for making this possible. And of course, to VoicePlay for saying yes to this opportunity. With that being said, the song was already onto YouTube, I would suspect the day before the video release, and I, being ever so curious, decided to give it a listen. I fell in love with it and instantly could not wait for the video. Once the video premiered, I was smiling and laughing because of everything that a Party of Your Lifetime by online video could be. Because there isn't really a music video for this, so I'm glad in the creative endeavor they managed to do that. They managed to bring the boy band feel back to life and kind of reimagine what would happen in an online video, I think. Choreography? Yes. Lighting? Yes. Sex appeal? Yes. Thank you, Jeff, for playing Zeke. I did a background check into his character, and yes, he does make Drillbit a wee bit jealous, and Drillbit is played by Caesar. Wink wink, hint hint. Have you seen Jeff and Caesar in live chats? There is absolutely no jealousy between the two, only harmless flirting. But then, Jeff flirts with everybody, so, you know. Zeke and Drillbit for life. I get such a kick out of how the boys manage to be bang on with the characters. There is a fan page dedicated to online, and after reading each character's description, I'm like, how is VoicePlay literally online in the acapella world of 2024? Like, I felt like the description was just written for each member of VoicePlay. It's just, it's so fun. It is just perfect. So good on whoever's idea that was, for them to be, the characters, but also just to, just for, like I said, just for the write-up to work with every single person. It's like, that's perfect. Is it weird that my little boy band loving soul is actually falling in love with a fictional boy band? No? Alright then. The video is all I would have hoped it to be, given that I have very little knowledge about the game Warframe. I just enjoyed seeing VoicePlay do a boy band video once again. I cannot ask for more than that. So, with all of that being said, go check out Party of Your Lifetime on YouTube, check out Sleeping in the Cold Below, and of course, enjoy all the VoicePlay related goodies on my channel, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. And happy 2025. Let's keep it going.